These words can transform the entire direction of your life if you truly absorb them. Most people spend their whole lives working harder on their jobs than on themselves. They chase promotions, salaries, and recognition, yet forget that the biggest promotion you will ever get is the one you give yourself by becoming a better version of who you are. Your job may pay your bills, but your personal growth pays for the life you dream of living. If you only grow in your career and never grow in your character, then success will feel empty. If you only expand your income but never expand your mindset, you will always feel poor. The truth is simple: your job makes you valuable to your company, but working on yourself makes you valuable to the world. So in 2025, ask yourself every morning, am I just working for my job or am I working for my life? Read a little more, reflect a little deeper, and practice patience, gratitude, and discipline. When you invest in your inner self, your outer world automatically rises. Because no matter how big your office is, it can never be bigger than your mind. And no matter how high your position is, it can never be higher than your values. The greatest tragedy is not losing a job. The greatest tragedy is losing yourself while keeping one. Don't let that happen. Your job may give you money, but working on yourself gives you meaning. Money buys things, but self-growth buys peace. So in this year, make a decision. Earn a living from your job, but build a life from your growth. When you prioritize self-improvement, your health, your mindset, your faith, your relationships, you become unstoppable. Your job might end one day, but your personal growth is an asset no one can ever take away. Work harder on yourself than on your job, and you will find that not only does your job improve, but your entire life becomes richer, deeper, and far more fulfilling than you ever imagined. Think about that for a moment. The world around us is constantly teaching us that the more hours we put into our job, the harder we grind, the more we sacrifice, the more successful we will be. And yes, effort matters, discipline matters, hard work matters. But let me ask you this: what happens if you work hard on your job, but never work hard on yourself? You might make more money, but will you make more meaning? You may grow your bank account, but will you grow your character? In 2025, the world is moving faster than ever before. Technology is advancing, industries are shifting, opportunities are changing, and if all your energy is invested only in keeping your job safe, you might survive, but you will never truly thrive. The real growth, the real transformation, comes when you start investing the same or even greater energy in improving yourself. Your company may pay you for the work you do, but life itself, existence itself, will reward you for the person you become in the process. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine you have a glass of water. That glass represents your job. Every day you pour water into it, and every day it quenches your thirst a little. But if you never grow the source of the water, if you don't nurture the river or the spring where it comes from, one day the glass will be empty. Your job is temporary. Even the highest positions are temporary. But you, your values, your mindset, your knowledge, your wisdom, these are permanent. These are the spring. If you nurture them, the glass will always remain full. So many people spend their entire lives climbing the ladder of success, only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. They work day and night for promotions, for increments, for recognition. But they forget to work on their patience, on their humility, on their resilience, on their spiritual strength. And when a storm comes, and storms always come, their ladder collapses. But when you work on yourself, when you become the kind of person who is calm in chaos, who is steady in uncertainty, who is kind in cruelty, then no storm can shake you. Your job can give you money, but it cannot give you meaning. Your job can give you security, but it cannot give you self-worth. And isn't it true that some of the most successful people in the world, by society standards, still feel empty inside? Why? Because they invested in what they did, not in who they became. They chased positions but lost themselves in the process. If you want life to reward you, start becoming. Become more patient, become more disciplined, Become more consistent, become more compassionate. The promotions you are waiting for at your workplace are far smaller than the promotion life wants to give you. If only you will grow into the kind of person who can handle it. Think of it like this: a company may not give you the role you dream of if you don't yet have the skill set. In the same way, life cannot give you the blessings you dream of if you don't yet have the character to carry them. In 2025, I urge you, spend time every single day improving yourself. Read a few pages of a book that stretches your mind. Practice gratitude every morning to soften your heart. Sit in silence for a few minutes and observe your thoughts so you can manage them instead of being managed by them. Exercise your body so your energy remains high. Because when you work on yourself in these ways, your performance in every other area of life, including your job, automatically improves. Here's a story to bring this alive. A woodcutter once went into the forest to cut trees. On the first day, he cut 10 trees. On the second day, he cut 8. By the third day, he could only cut 5. Frustrated, he kept working harder, but the trees kept getting fewer. Why? Because his axe had become blunt. Someone asked him, "Why don't you sharpen your axe?" The woodcutter replied, "I don't have time to sharpen my axe. I'm too busy cutting trees." Isn't that what many of us are doing today? We are too busy working to invest time in ourselves. We are too busy trying to survive in our jobs that we forget to sharpen our minds, our hearts, and our souls. And as a result, we become less effective, less peaceful, less fulfilled. Your job is important. Please don't misunderstand me. But if you make your job the only axis around which your life revolves, you will eventually feel empty. You are not just a worker, you are a human being with infinite potential. Your growth should not stop at the office. Your growth should continue within you, through you, beyond you. Because when you grow internally, your external life starts blossoming automatically. Remember this: money comes and goes, but the person you become, that stays with you forever. Titles, designations, and roles will fade away with time, but your character will remain. And the world does not remember people for their jobs, it remembers people for their impact. Nobody remembers what position Mahatma Gandhi held. Nobody remembers what job Mother Teresa had. But the world remembers who they became and how they touched lives. That is life's reward. So, if in 2025 you want to prepare for the future, don't just prepare for your next promotion, prepare for your next transformation. Because transformation is the only promotion that truly lasts. Your company might one day decide they no longer need you. But life will never stop needing the best version of you. When you wake up tomorrow morning, ask yourself a simple question. What am I doing today to become a better version of myself? If the answer is nothing, then you are only living for your job. But if the answer is even something small, a new lesson learned, a new habit practiced, a new thought challenged, then you are living for your life. And when you live for your life, your job will only get better as a result. So yes, work on your job, be excellent at it, but work harder on yourself. Because your job pays you for what you do, but life will reward you for who you become. And the day you start becoming, life will open doors for you that no job ever could. In today's world, everyone is obsessed with upgrading their skills. We want new certifications, new courses, new diplomas, new technologies, new tools. And don't get me wrong, skills are important. They make you competent, they make you efficient, they make you employable. But here's the real truth. Skills might get you the job, but character will help you keep it. Skills might open the door, but character decides how long you are allowed to stay inside. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who was extremely talented, brilliant at their craft, but still lost everything? Maybe they had intelligence, maybe they had expertise, but they lacked honesty, humility, or discipline. Skills without character are like a beautiful house built on weak foundations. It may look strong, but one storm and it collapses. On the other hand, character is that unshakable foundation which allows every skill to flourish in the right way. Think about the people you admire the most in your life. Is it only because of their skills? Or is it because of the way they make you feel, the values they live by, the way they treat others? You might admire someone's singing talent or business acumen, but you truly respect them when you see kindness, integrity, or consistency shining through them. Respect is earned not through skills, but through character. In 2025, the world doesn't just need more skillful people, it desperately needs more people of strong character. We have enough knowledge, but not enough wisdom. We have enough technology, but not enough humanity. We have enough ambition, but not enough compassion. Skills may help you climb the ladder faster, but character decides whether the ladder is leaning against the right wall. Let me tell you a story. Once there was a ship captain known for his brilliant navigation skills. He could steer through storms, calculate routes faster than anyone, and was admired by his crew for his technical expertise. But he had one weakness: arrogance. He belittled others, ignored advice, and took unnecessary risks just to prove himself. One day, despite warnings from his crew, he sailed into dangerous waters. The ship sank. His skills could have saved him, but his lack of character destroyed him. This is exactly how life works. Skills may shine in the short term, but character sustains in the long term. Skills are external, character is internal. Skills are what you do, character is who you are. And in the final analysis, who you are matters far more than what you do. If you think about it, skills can be borrowed. You can hire someone for their expertise. But character cannot be borrowed. No one can outsource integrity. No one can outsource discipline. No one can outsource humility. These are things only you can develop within yourself. And the beautiful thing is, when you upgrade your character, your skills naturally shine brighter. A disciplined person learns faster. A humble person grows faster. A patient person connects better. A kind person leads better. So in 2025, don't just ask yourself, what new skill should I learn? Ask yourself, what old weakness should I transform? Don't just ask, how can I get ahead in my career? Ask, how can I grow deeper in my character? Because no matter how far you go in life, if your values are shallow, your fall will be hard. But if your values are deep, your rise will be graceful and long-lasting. Take the example of a tree. Skills are like its branches, visible, expanding, impressive. But character is like its roots, hidden, silent, but absolutely essential. If the branches grow bigger but the roots stay weak, the tree will fall. But if the roots go deep, even if the branches grow slowly, the tree will stand tall for centuries. In the same way, skills without character make you look successful, but keep you fragile. Character with skills makes you unshakable. Now let's talk about everyday life. At work, people are often hired for skills, but fired for lack of character. How many times have we heard of someone losing their career because they lacked honesty, because they weren't reliable, because they let ego or anger control them? These are character failures, not skill failures. You see, companies can train you in skills, but they cannot train you in integrity. That's your responsibility. And character is not about being perfect. Nobody is perfect. Character is about being consistent with values, even when it's hard. It's easy to be honest when honesty benefits you. But real character is being honest when it costs you. It's easy to be kind when others are kind to you, but real character is being kind when others are cruel. It's easy to be disciplined when life is smooth, but real character is staying disciplined when life is chaotic. Let me remind you of this. Your reputation is what people think of you, but your character is who you really are when no one is watching. Skills can impress others, but character is what impresses your own conscience. And at the end of the day, peace of mind doesn't come from applause, it comes from knowing you live true to your values. So, how do we upgrade our character in 2025? Start small. Choose one quality you know you are lacking and make it your project. If you struggle with patience, practice pausing before you react. If you struggle with gratitude, write down 3 things you're thankful for every night. If you struggle with discipline, Start by keeping just one promise to yourself daily. It's not about being flawless,